Of course, using that has shut my engine down. So I'll have to try and correct that. Hello Ed, have you received invoice? That's great, thanks. I've got to look through this for a minute. Unless you know about where it is. I'm looking. I want to find that thing that prevents it from shutting the engine down. Okay, there's automatic start somewhere. I've just literally started using this tonight. But when I use my push to talk, because of the way we do it, I hit the push to talk and it shut my engine down, so I need to turn that off. Otherwise I'm back to a situation where I can't speak again. Just now I couldn't speak because I didn't have it set up in the target software that I use for my stick. And now I can't speak because if I do, it shuts down the engine. Yeah, I was quite enjoying it, but there was a number of things that I got to sort out. For a start, I couldn't get my gear because for some reason I'd managed not to save the settings for getting my gear. So I took off for the first time, couldn't get my gear, and then my trim was working the wrong way round. My elevator trim was working the wrong way. So all this kind of stuff, you know, when you first get into something, you have to sort it out as you go along. Right now, it might be that one that's doing the trouble, but I think, and it could be the S, you see, because I'm using Control or S for my push to talk. But it is a combination, so I should be able to do it, I would have thought. So if I take off, I can't speak again because I've cut my engine. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll get rid of that and use the E. I'll try that. I'll use the E to start. It's already started up for me, and it hasn't cut off. I'm speaking, are you getting me? So if you're still getting me, getting rid of that S has solved the issue. And we'll give it a try. Oh, great. Okay, so I'm speaking, I'm not cutting the engine off. So there we go. I want to use this slider to taxi as I would in DCS, because it feels a bit like some of the things I've got are the same as DCS, like my zoom. That, and to reset it I'll use another button up there, and that's the same as I do in DCS. So I feel as though I want to use this slider to operate my brakes, but of course that is not the case. I'm using my toe brakes on there. Assuming of course my brakes are not reversed. I'm not sure they're actually working from the start. I was hoping I was going to be flying with Laxor tonight, but he's got issues with his network, so he's working on that. By the way, what's the stream like? Because YouTube keeps giving me a red bar to say the stream is bad. But I was watching it on the laptop as well last night, and it wasn't bad, but the red bar was there all the time. Yeah, it is quite easy, but it's not realistic, of course, because to be realistic, you'd have to use the brake lever on the gear, on the stick to operate the brakes. And of course, in this we don't have to, so that's not realistic, but it is okay. It's the same in DCS actually. You don't use the brake lever in the same way, unless of course I find that I can change that. I don't know what I said, DC. I meant FSX. If I didn't say FSX, that's what I meant. And of course the new, I'm glad the stream's good. The new FSX, that will be interesting to see. Brakes are working wrong. Right, let's adjust my trim. It's quite touchy. I seem to like it about there in FSX. So let's see what happens this time. Took off okay last time. Of course, I don't know how to close my cockpit at the moment. Would you happen to know the default for closing the cockpit, the default key for closing the cockpit? Controls. So try to see. That didn't do it at that time. Perhaps I missed. I'll try it again. I haven't taken it off. Going down the wrong road, aren't I? There it is. Must have been yeah, KK, he's having network issues, and he had various other issues as well last night with his sticks. I think there's an issue with the software for his sticks. If you're still there, are you still there? Or am I talking just to it? Open gear on flaps work. Gears working. Flaps working, that's good. Feels very fast though. I wonder if that's supposed to slow down. It's just the most logical one for me to select from the map. when you go into a quick mission. The thing is, I don't think the brakes are good. So landing if I'm going too fast could be an issue. Which I've still got my flaps down now. Back up when I bumped. So sure, I'll put my gear back down. Just thought I'd try pushing J to jump, but it doesn't. I shouldn't think I'm dead from that. So it's that airfield. It's having to do it all for me because I'm not au fait yet, not au fait to do it myself. Assuming I can. Trouble with the track I are is I've got to tweak a load of stuff. I can't see my rudder. Hang on. That's better. Oh no. And you can't mouse it. And the hat switch up here is mapped also to looking at something. So that's messed up. I can't do that. I've got to do that adjusting my rudder trim. No indication that the brakes are working. So I've got full right brake, unless that will work both of them. retained my brake mappings. Maybe it didn't. Yeah, I've been clearing stuff. And of course my push to talk gave an issue, because when I pushed to talk earlier on, when Ed first got there, I pushed the talk and it shut my engine down. So I had to change it. I had to change a couple of things there. I've retained the push to talk settings in target, but I swapped the S for auto start to the default E. So that's what I'm using to start the engine now. So it is. So I can't take off with the rudder trim, I've had to fight it. Unless you can quickly tell me keys that do it, to give some rudder, some right rudder. So I've got both brakes on it. It doesn't really seem to be doing anything, to be honest. It sort of stops when it stops. For some reason I seem to be able to reset track IR quite a lot. Mind you, I haven't got my restraint, my computer chair restraint in, so if it's wobbling about, I'm sort of, when I use the rudder pedals, I'm pushing myself around, obviously, to some degree. Right, I'll give it a shot. Okay, if they're still there, have you got any ideas on how to close my canopy? I tried shift C and control C, and they didn't seem to get it. My system is now upgraded. I've got an upgraded motherboard, a Bison chip, AMD Bison chip, 2700, and 16 gig of RAM. Because I was getting a lot of issues. I think there's a fault on the other motherboard. I got the fault at the time. So far, it's been good. It's only a few days, not even a week yet, but so far it's been good. Yeah, I'm using that, I'm using the lever, this one, I'm using that for my trim, my elevator trim, as I do on Warfare. setting. It was accepting me setting it to stall just because I'm too busy talking. I did set the on the controls. It allowed me to set the brake pedal brakes. Sorry, the rudder pedal brakes. It allowed me to do it, but they don't seem to do anything. Actually, I suppose I could use that for brakes, or that for brakes, because I don't think I've got the option to adjust prop pitch. Well, I should do eventually, shouldn't I? Once I get the hang of it. Right, now keeping the mappings that I've got at the moment, I need to be able to close the cockpit, which should be on plane controls, I would think. It's not alphabetical or anything, and you can't sort it alphabetically. There we are. I've got a button for it. I don't remember mapping that. I don't want that. That's what I use for push to talk, you see. Stop. I can't remember what Joy B button 8 is. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's just. I want to be able to close this canopy. Yeah, I'll get to the wheel brakes. Hold on. I've just got to decide. Oh, I know what I can use for the canopy. I've got a good one for the canopy, I think. Right, if it'll take. Yeah, it took it. Okay. Right, so I'm now using my LG or landing gear warning, landing gear warning sensor, silencer rather. That's the button I'm using for my canopy. That will certainly do for now. It lets me select that. Up again. You don't mean there, do you? Wheel brakes, because that'll do both of them, won't it? Or are you saying you can't? So you can't do them individually? But I mean, it says it's going to let me just there, doesn't it? Left wheel brake, that. Right wheel brake, that, as just set up by me. But that doesn't work. Oh, you're saying on a spit it doesn't work? Is that what you're saying? And that would make sense because the spit didn't have toe brakes, did it? So that would make sense. I thought that was just like a glitch. Okay, let's get rid of these. Right, hold on. So I suppose, see, give me, yes, I've got to retry that. I suppose I could just do it on either brake. Oh, hang on. Can I add one? I guess I can, or not. Right, so left or right will work it. Lever switch on your... Are you suggesting that I use this one here, the slider? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm using the slider for my trim. It just feels more natural for the trim. This one, my pinky lever, you're saying use that for the brakes? Well, I suppose I could do, because I won't be using it for firing rockets, will I? Certainly not from a spit anyway. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that plan. But that, once again, that only does, well, that doesn't both. Yeah, I'm stuck with both, aren't I? Okay, let me waffle, don't worry. Oops. Hey. Right. I'll see how we go now. Yeah, see, in War Thunder, I use that lever for firing rockets. It's perfect for me. Right, I'm gonna give that. Oh, I've sorted the cockpit out, I believe. I've sorted the brakes out, I believe. So let's just see. Oh yeah. Like it is now, right? Because obviously you're seeing this about 13 seconds or so after I do it. Roger that. Okay, I'll give that a try just to see bit by bit, see how it goes. Ah, hold on a minute. I think Laxor's giving up. Oh no, he's not giving up. Okay. I'll tell him I'll be there in 10. Okay, so let's go back to, let's just exit. Go back to that one. Didn't want to do that, did I? Okay, well, so it goes now. I'm just going to test those few features. Close the cockpit and use the brakes, basically. So I'll do a circuit and then I'll join Laxor in War Thunder. Oh, I've got... Got to remember now, it's on this button. I've never used, or this lever, I've never used this lever for brakes before, so I've got to try and remember that. It does make kind of sense because it's the on the spit, it's the brake is on the stick, isn't it? So yeah, it makes a degree of sense anyway. Hold on, I've got a... The other frustrating thing is, in this, it gives me the option to set it to full screen. I don't want full screen, I need windowed screen, so that I can go across with my mouse to the other monitor. Now, if it's giving me the option to go full screen, that means it's currently in windowed screen, but it still won't let me go across to the other monitor with my mouse. It stops at the end of the edge of the screen, so I have to Alt Tab to get across there. Which I had to do because I couldn't see your message because something else was covering it up. Yeah, so it does work exactly like a spit then, a proper spit. That's good. Yeah, so it's the same as DCS. The spit DCS uses, it's just that I use this lever down here. Actually, I suppose although that's only an on-off switch, isn't it? The trouble with this lever is that it's only an on-off switch. It's not infinitely variable, whereas this is infinitely variable, and that makes more sense to me for brakes, because on a spit you just use a bit of pressure or more pressure, but of course on this you can't. It's either on or it's off, so you pulse it. So that's not quite, it's halfway there. Right, I'm going to try and make this quick now so I can join Lexor. Hey, look at that, the brake lever's moving, that's better. Yeah, I have to pulse it to get varying degrees of it. And I know that I can probably use, or can I use a graph? No, it won't be a graph, because it's not an axis. That's better. Yeah, that's more intuitive, although it doesn't work the way it should because it's only an on-off switch rather than an axis. I can't apply a gentle pressure or a heavy pressure as you can in a split, but yeah, it's okay. That is definitely better than trying to do it the other way, and it is more intuitive and it is more like a split because of that. Because the fact that the brake lever is on the stick, which is actually better than DCS. DCS is better in the other way in as much as this is variable, this is on-off. Okay. Still got some settings to get rid of. Keep pushing the wrong one. Okay, let's try it. Something I like about this is the visibility of the airspeed indicator when I'm taking off. I find it difficult to see that in DCS, so I have to consciously try and look down at it. Right, canopy. Hey! That's better. I'll try not to talk myself into the ground this time. Just realised I hope that button also, I hope it's a toggle, because otherwise I'll have my cockpit closed. That's not a good one. So much speed in that drop. Got right enough room. Landing too fast. And too heavy. Brakes fully on. Okay. Oh, messed the wing up a little bit, but apart from that, no visible damage. Apart from half the flap missing. Yeah, looks like the bigger part of my flap is missing on the the left wing. Okay, thanks for your help there, KK, and thanks for joining me, both of you. And I'm going to now leap out of this, go join Baxor in War Thunder. Bit unlike me to just jump out. I'll lose contact, I think, whilst I'm switching games. Because I can't operate my push to talk when I switch games. It will be nice to be able to move to the other screen though, on the other on War Thunder, as I know as I can, and I can't on this. That is something odd. It should let me go to my other screen. Okay, I'm going to go in now into War Thunder. And I think by now I should put my computer chair restraint in position. I just realised I've got to open up Discords. And voice attack, of course. If it'll work for me.
It's like, you know what, someone doesn't want me to play computer games at all. Fine, screw you then.
Check, check.
Check, check.
I was on the other one, but you didn't get that one, I think.
Oh, no, I didn't hear that at all. And a stone, sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. I can see what's the on of your message because I've got windows all over my place on my second monitor. So let me put this thing on the ground one way or another, and I will.
Two landings for the price of one.
to. Oh, you mean the bounce? One
Just a
bounce
small
is legal.
bounce.
One bounce is legal in a warbird.
In fact, it's more than that. In a Spitfire, one bounce is considered a perfect landing.
Oh, there you go.
I saw a bit of video, and it showed from the rear a Spit coming in and landing, and it just gently bounced once, then came back down and settled. And whoever was talking about it was saying that is considered to be a perfect landing. If you bounce, if you don't bounce at all, I'm not quite sure what that is. That's a more than perfect landing.
In my case, it's normally a crash if I don't bounce.
Crashing is one way of preventing the bounce, because if you go in hard enough, you definitely won't bounce up again.
And you come to a full stop straight away. Ground crew knows exactly where you're going to go.
I didn't catch all of that. It's a bit quiet for me. I might have to adjust you on that.
Just a shout to Stone. This currently is a custom balance, so if you find me a custom list, this one is close to ending. Just a little bit of brain chewing gum. I'll start it again before we go into an EC, if we even find an EC, because it was slow against us. How are you feeling nice of your walk?
Better.
Good.
Much
Very
better.
good.
I can't see the whole window. Who we got on the channel? I can see me, Estone, and Rexor.
Yeah, we've got Warhawk as well.
Hello, Warhawk.
The legend. Howdy, Bill.
I didn't realise I was considered a legend, thank you.
Actually,
It's just 4 at the moment, or did I miss one?
No, it's just 4. F-Stone is on, I don't know if that's, oh no, it doesn't have a microphone, does it? That's right.
Yeah, so you can listen, but I can't actually.
F-Stone, just replying to your it should be anyone versus anyone, with the exception of Japan. Japan is not allowed, because they're silly airplanes. They're silly in War Thunder. Let's clarify. I'm sure they're perfectly good in an accurate flight sim, but they're just silly in War Thunder.
I'm not sure if they've nerfed them a fraction, because I have had some success against some of them. Might just depend on the aircraft I'm going into.
Yes. So just again replying to Estone, he's saying it should be anyone versus anyone, rather than Axis versus Allies. And there's a very good reason for it being Axis versus Allies. It's because that's what it is.
Yep. Yep, I don't want to be going into battle and fighting Spitfires and P-40s and P-47s. That's wrong. Even the captured ones, they shouldn't be there, because that's just wrong. You get into an EC battle and you see like a 109 or 2 on your side and various P-47s on the other side. Well, they might have had the occasional captured, but they're going to a whole damn team of them.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I think I just clipped you as you were flying past that SM-71.
I don't know, something did, but I thought it was him actually.
No, I think I got a warning saying that was friendly.
Alright, we might have clipped me a bit.
It would
Who
figure,
cares?
wouldn't it? Any time my shots land accurately. In fact, that did happen before, didn't it? It was one of the rare times I took up the, why do I always have a mental block on that name? I've got Turbine stuck in my head. Not Typhoon, not Turbine, not Tempest. Typhoon, no.
Typhoon?
Is it Typhoon?
Is that what you're trying to find?
It is
Typhoon?
the Typhoon that's a current gen aircraft, the Eurofighter Typhoon. Talk about the hurricane.
What's that?
The hurricane. I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest with you.
No, I used to really enjoy the Typhoon, but insane Typhoon.
The Typhoon is. I don't know if that. I don't think that's the right aircraft. Is that an aircraft? You're referring to it as an aircraft? Because the Typhoon is the Eurofighter Typhoon, the fourth generation jet fighter.
That's the later one. That's World War II Typhoon was a chunky looking single prop engine aircraft, fast and quite well armed, I think.
Yeah, which is great, apart from one of the few times you pull your trigger and you shoot your wingmen down.
Yeah, it happens. Happens in reality. I'm sure it happened in game.
I am looking forward, should they ever do it, to oh, there he is. Yep, nearly 700. One more EC, and then we'll do one more custom and then we'll have a look for an EC. But there was absolutely nothing on the EC front, which is why I kicked up the custom in the first place.
Okay, well we could risk a tank sim if you like, and whoever goes down and the other one just jumps out. I don't mean literally jumps out of the aircraft, but lands.
The only downside of that is that I switched off easy any cheat. I can't remember why. Oh, it's because of capture mode. So I have to restart the client before I do that.
Switched off what?
The anti-cheat technology. I switched it off because I have to switch capture styles for that.
Right.
And,
yeah.
So I turned it off. So I'll have to come out of the client to do that.
No. It's not worth messing about. You could do a mission if you want.
Yeah.
So on the single missions, you can squad up for those, can't you? Don't gain any points or anything, but you can join.
Oh yeah, it is the Typhoon. Yeah, I didn't realize that was a separate airframe. I always thought that was the Tempest because it looks the damn same thing.
They do look similar, yeah.
Kermit Weeks, the aviation guy that is down in Florida, has got the Fantasy Flight Museum. I think he bought one or is restoring one from the UK.
Wow.
Oh, right.
I'll have to send pictures. I quite like the Tempest and the Typhoon.
One aeroplane for me, but that notices in War Thunder.
But I'm hoping that in DCS they do the Typhoon, like the jet type.
All right. Oh, by the way, I think you're going to like IL2, that version, when you get into it. There's a bit of messing about and loads of mapping to do and demapping to do, but I think you'll like the way it flies, etc.
Yeah, KK was saying he thinks you like it, and I think he's probably right.
Yeah. The thing is, on my Warthog, the lever that I use for firing rockets from a Hurricane in War Thunder, I use that lever as the brake lever, which is kind of very close to the spit, because that's the way it works on a spit, isn't it? You push the right rudder forward and you gently squeeze the brake lever to apply braking to the right wheel. The only difference is in DCS I use my slider, which is infinitely variable. So I can apply different amounts of brake pressure to the wheel that I'm braking. In IL2, that lever is not an axis; it's just the button. So you're like pumping a button on and off. So it doesn't work in the same way, but it is fairly natural in as much as your braking is fixed to your stick as it actually is in the spit.
Yeah, I was going to say that is the same as DCS, isn't it?
It's the same, except that with DCS you could apply different. I can apply different pressures. So you might use a switch,
okay.
but my slider has variable. It's like it's an axis, so I can apply different amounts of pressure by moving the slider less or further. Whereas in using the other one, the lever that I use for firing rockets, that's literally just an on-off switch that doesn't lock. So one's more accurate in the physicality of it, and the other one is more accurate in the functionality of it.
Right. Yeah, Keiko was saying setting up sensitivities was a little bit weird as well.
It does look odd. I mean, some things you look at it says, like, as an example, sound, and you've got like 2 variables in sound. That's it. You can't do anything with it. And there's a few other things where I thought, well, I expected to see more on this page of things to adjust, but a lot of it, of course, is getting into it, isn't it? Understanding. I'm starting to understand a little bit about some of the ways that it works. Okay, I'm going to roll. Keiko was also saying that there is a training server.
Yes. Yeah. The Yellow Jackets.
Oh, is that what it is? I shall look for that. This one is much more accurate and intuitive than Blitz. There's no real comparison between this one and Blitz.
Right. That's good.
And the reason I uninstalled Blitz for 2 reasons. One was that I needed more room on that particular SSD for DCS update, and the other reason was because I wasn't using Blitz because it just wasn't working well, and certainly not intuitive. But sometime after that, I ended up with the spare 250, or what it was, I might be 125 gig SSD. So that is now on my spare SSD that was empty has now got IL2 on it.
Yeah, I need to, before I can put on actually, yeah, Warhawk. Managed to get myself into the beta for the Microsoft Flight Sim.
Oh, nice.
Ah, right. And did you say Warhawk is? Or are you just telling Warhawk?
Tell him.
Oh, right. I thought you were saying that he also is in it.
Must be letting everybody in there now, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. It's fairly cheap entry cost.
A couple bucks under the table?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even that, to be fair. Where's the kick button?
So how much is it to get in on the beta then to test?
No, he's. I think the term would be being facetious.
Oh, okay. I thought it meant there actually was an entry fee to be a beta tester.
No, that would be funny though.
Like I say, it sounds a bit cheeky, doesn't it? Yeah, you can come and help us, but you have to pay for it.
Well, that's what the whole concept of early access is, really, isn't it? It's have this for some money. We give you a bit of a discount, but it might not work.
Yeah, you see the phrase early access stuff, all that kind of stuff. I'm still a noob with all that sort of stuff, aren't I? Really. The concept of things like early access. I just realised I'm firing my guns, but I'm going to run out of ammo, aren't I?
Yeah.
You just got him. I didn't realise we were both going for him.
Hey? Oh, that must have been a couple of minutes ago. I'm flying back to base because I got hit.
Alright, okay.
In fact, I'm not sure if I loaded it. TeamSpeak. No, not TeamSpeak. That's a piece of software that we shall never mention again. Voice tag.
I've used it once, but I'm okay now.
I used it once and it took the machine down, didn't it?
No, I mean I have used it. I
That was
didn't
it.
get any issues, but I'm very I'm more comfortable with Discord for some reason.
That was that Dunkirk event.
Oh yeah.
Using it at the very last second, and it knocked out all of my all the game audio.
Yes.
Yeah, TeamSpeak is alright voice doing it. I don't mind it, once it's on and it's working, but it totally messed up all my audio devices. It took me half an hour whilst trying to be involved in an event that I was quite fortunate to have been a part of, to get the damn thing
Yeah.
coming in too fast on this one.
Yeah, I'm having to bleed off some speed.
One down. Yeah, so once I get I gotta get a controller card and switch one of my mechanicals over to the control, and then I can plug the new SSD into the motherboard.
Oh yeah,
So
so
the
I've
controller
got a
cards I
controller.
found is, well, the controller cards aren't necessarily very good for having multiple SSDs strung off.
For what?
Multiple SSDs being used in parallel. So if you've got two SSDs, but there's only one doing a load of work, then it's fine.
Two connected to the same board?
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay. Because I've got a board, and I've noticed that it looks at it as a facility to plug in more. I only ever used one. I don't actually need it. I don't actually need that board.
The thing is, a lot of the controller cards are in fact PCI 2.
Right. I don't know what mine is. Behind me somewhere.
Mouldy, what are you doing bombing the runway?
Oh, it was Mouldy bombing it, is it?
There's another one on the other side of the map. You just might have to fly a little bit faster. That would depend on what the gift is, maybe. Yeah, no returns. Yeah, okay, so that's going to be a couple of rounds. Your waste gunner. There they come. No, I'm not stupid. Well, I suppose let's not get ahead of ourselves. I am stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
Well, you can't be that stupid if you know you're stupid. You've got to be a bit clever to know you're stupid, haven't you?
This is strict Axis versus Allies. I don't mind a little bit of playing, but keep the guns in the right direction.
We just failed.
I've been hit.
Oops.
That was clumsy, that's my fault. We're getting too greedy. I would quite like to see a DCS as well. This has got an interesting cockpit.
I heard DCS, but I didn't know what you said beyond that.
The Typhoon. I like the cockpit of the Typhoon. I'd like to see it in DCS because I think it's an interesting one to interact with.
Yeah, and you can get the Hurricane for IL2 as well, can't you? The Hurricane is considerably more expensive than the Spit.
I think it's probably because it's been out for longer. The Hurricane is still in beta or early access.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, looks like I'm going home. I've got a red engine. It's red nose day.
The thing I don't like about the Typhoon is it does not pull horribly whilst you're accelerating off of stance. A bit like the I-16 in that respect, it pulls over to one side and then it goes the other way.
So it pulls to one
And after-
side, but then your ability to control it actually grows with speed, I suppose. Therefore, the effect that you have on what it's doing is greater as your speed gets greater, I guess. Then it seems to go the other way. Sound feasible?
Yeah, just about. We've got aircraft coming into our... So it's typical, the second I come up in a flying slug and we've got things that I'm needing to try a turn.
And see what you were in.
Typhoon.
Oh, you're in a Typhoon now, right.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've taken one up. I've also done a bit of the channeling of the wingling. Oh, come on, Moldy. That's 2 strikes. 2 strikes.
One more strike and they're out, Mouldy.
Just as I get up. Oh, that's a point. I've got to pull up my voice attack.
Well, it worked for me just then. What I'm finding is that thing where it works for a while and then stops, and I don't know why that is.
Right, yeah.
Not predictably. I think that's what is happening.
Well, one of the elite streamers, Warlord, says even, and people sort of turn to him quite a lot from what I've seen for advice on setting up voice tag, because he plays most of the game not touching his sticks. Everything's voice control.
Oh right. Oh, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to not touch the stick. To me, that's taking it too far. If you fly a plane,
I think he's still flying the stick, but just about everything else is voice commands.
Oh right.
Because I suppose it's space orientated, so it kind of fits the canon.
Oh okay, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I
got 30
touch my keyboard really. The only thing I touch is the various buttons on my throttle and stick, and then use voice commands for the rest of it.
Yeah, it depends what we want to do. We've got Thaddeus in, so I guess we could make a 4-man squad. It just depends.
What's it? We're jumping out of this?
Possibly. It just depends what he sees are around, because when I looked earlier on, they were pretty poor pickings. In fact, you'll hold it open. Or if you two hold this open just for a second.
Yep. By the way, if you want to if you want to see some IL2, I did stream what I was doing earlier.
Yeah, I saw it ping up on the phone actually. Oh dear, we're still pretty slim pickings. We've got practically no EC2s going on. I don't know what you were looking at, Estone, but I am seeing nada. And you're going to be looking at Russian, so you're talking Afghanistan, but that's going to rule out Bill and myself, or at least Bill. So it needs to be inclusive of Brit. Okay, rules by players. I normally skip over that one. English channel. Yeah, there is an English channel. It's got Japanese though, and no Russian, so you wouldn't be able to fly that, would you?
But even if it doesn't say that it includes Japanese, I think if you fly in, I don't know, in American aircraft, in American hangars, but you've got a captured Japanese, I think it will let you take it in, even though in theory Japan is not included because it's going in from an American hangar.
Yeah, no, this one, see, but either way, there's no Russian aircraft, which I would have thought would have locked out Estone because you've only got Russian out. Or have you got other aircraft as well? But if you didn't realise, he's talking in Discord.
He's talking what?
He's messaging in Discord chat.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I've probably got the wrong windows open. I'm still not that good with it.
What are you flying, Estone? Because you haven't joined the one I'm looking at.
Did you want this battle open still?
No, I suppose if we can find it. No, we can always restart it.
Yep, okay, I'm out of it now then.
Yeah, okay, Estone, what's your player name? Because Moldy Sandwich is not in there. If you have a look at my stream, you will see a distinct lack of yourself. Yeah, look at my screen, and you'll see you not there. Refresh, just in case it's a caching thing.
There's an EC Vietnam.
Yep.
Oh, that's everybody. No, forget that. Created by players, that's everybody.
So you need to pre-declare your EC rating. I don't have tier 4. Yeah.
If you switch to tier 3 hangars, there are some stuff. Oh, sorry, no, they're all by players as well. Oh, there's an EC2 Ruhr.
Hang on. I need to check what one he's in. Oh, he's in an All Nations EC2. EC4 English channel. Yeah, we wouldn't have joined that one anyway, though, to be fair.
Nah.
Estone. If it's not true Ally versus Axis, then... Oh, yeah, I take it back. Yeah, it's Russian. Yeah, okay, it is Ally.
Which one? What, the channel?
It's on both sides. And French is on both sides, that's wrong. No, Italian is on both sides, that is wrong. Oh, hang on, which one's Italian? Green or blue? It's in front of me. Green is Italian. So French is on both sides and Swiss are on both sides.
What about that EC2 over the Ruhr?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure EC2 was Axis. Italian was Axis. Yeah. Fair comment, but well, either way, it's EC4, so that's not accessible by me. I mean, you're more welcome to dive into it, of course, but I can't get in there. EC2 Ruhr is going to be the only one.
Yeah.
but that's only German.
Yeah,
am I
only
right in
German on
saying
the
that
other side. Yeah.
Am I right, Estonian, saying that you are 100% Russian, no other aircraft? Yeah, okay, Estonian's only Russian. Yeah, okay. We're not going to be able to join, so we'll have to drop into the rural room. Well, it's just a preference thing, really. It's most of the time it's because we actually need to identify an aircraft legitimately. So if you've gotten used to identifying visually an aircraft that is normally on your side, and it's actually on the other side, then that just causes a load of problems,
To
and
me,
vice versa for that matter.
it just feels totally wrong. It just feels totally wrong.
Yeah, no, you're saying if it's French and Swiss that's on both sides. So English is only on Allied, and German is only on Axis. But there's two teams that can interswitch, but that just causes complications. Oh, damn it.
Actually, we're not squatted yet. Did you want to do that?
Yeah, we could do the mod. Because unfortunately the ruse just dropped out, but it would need to be an EC3.
I'm good to do C3. Even an EC3, I take my Hurricane 2B for the rockets.
No. That's a good point. Actually, I haven't got.
Can't
no,
get in there
yeah,
yet.
I've got it. Yeah. You're not ready. Yeah, Stone. I mean, we can certainly squad up when the games are in our favour. But as it stands, they're not particularly. I'd say that one was EC4, so I can't get into it full stop. So it doesn't matter what the sides are. I don't have EC4 rated aircraft.
I'm looking at Delta 2 in a Spit, probably 2B.
Yeah, there's also a. Oh no, I'm in my.
Wrong hanger.
Yes.
Well, you can jump out and probably get back in again.
No, I can't. No, I can't. The hangar is set.
Hanger is set up. What, not just
Yeah,
the nation?
your hangars are set. No, your hangars are set. Your lineup is set as soon as you connect.
Okay.
I've got a 2B chop I can use, and I've got the 2B Spitfire. So that would just about do it.
Okay.
So I'm going to go up in a 2A.
Okay, and I'm on that Delta 2 airfield.
Hang on, we've got a ground crew in here as well, so I'm now stuck. I'll probably get kicked out. I'll be back in a second.
All right.
out in 5 seconds as long as it is. I'll have to rejoin.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I was having a great conversation with Lax the Pillow, so I would like to continue the conversation. Thank you very much.
Well, like most people do have better conversations with inanimate objects than it is fair to say. I need to get more green around here. It will all disappear if I'll just get the game.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Is Bill AFK as well?
No,
Not
I'm
sure.
here.
Oh, okay.
I did respond earlier, but I pushed the wrong key.
Oh, okay, perhaps I won't join this game.
Ah.
This has been a train wreck of an evening. For the second evening in a row.
Wow, I earned 342 lions.
Well, at least you actually got to spawn in. Okay, the Rua is now open.
Okay, I'm backing out of this one.
And I'm gonna get the...
I'm ready.
Oh, you're joking, what's going on there? Why is it taking me to this stream?
Huh.
What? Oh, it's just started.
Right.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Hang on.
No,
What on earth is going
it says it's already in progress. Go in?
on? Yeah. It's not taking me in.
Nah, not me either.
I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
This is just a disaster TV. Right, it's 2 hours 24, perhaps it's about to end. That was practically. And it looks like everyone's dropped. Well, there's always the option of appeasing Warhawk and kicking up DCS as soon as it's on midnight already.
You're drifting off there. I'm missing a lot of that.
Sorry, I was looking away. The DCS, potentially.
Yeah,
If you're-
I'm
if
good
yours-
with DCS.
Make sure you got some, every jet spawn possible in the game.
Really?
What? Don't you guys need fighter escort for the bombing runs with the Spitfires?
How are you gonna... Huh. I don't need to do a bombing run. I am the bomb.
I think
It's
you've got.
pretty lame.
It's only the Spit 9 that they started putting bombs on, isn't it? Was it any of the earlier ones take bombs? Don't know if they did. Not that I would do it, so it's all academic. There's a 3 at Mormedi if you want to do that.
Alright, so I was almost about to...
Make sure you get the right hanger.
EC3... Alright. Okay, that was the one that's just started that we came up before,
Oh, right.
I think. Well, either way, it's just started, so it depends if you want to do that or not.
I don't mind. I mean, I might have to quit before it finishes, but yeah, I don't mind.
It depends what your preference is, really. EC or DCS. Because EC is, you're going to actually be going up against people rather than the bots.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't mind. If I'm flying, I'm happy. If you had IL2, I'd say do that, but that's a little way off
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, I've got some work to do before I can get that.
Well, it's a long way off for me as well, really, because I'm still sorting out mapping and demapping things that you don't want mapped. As an example, I couldn't speak because I didn't have push to talk mapped on target software. When I did map it, I pushed to talk to speak to someone on the stream, and it turned my engine off.
Right, yeah.
There was some demapping to do there.
Right, we'll dive into this, see how it feels. If
Yeah.
it's because EC3, I don't particularly like EC3, but I find it's a little bit. I don't know. The gameplay feels very different at this level.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm that observant to actually know what airfield you want to go in. I'm thinking if we go Delta 2, that at least puts us in a position where we could get either direction if we want.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a 2B to start with then.
I'll go cheap. I'll take the trot. You know, there's not going to be anything. Yeah, those 3 bases are a bit distant.
Actually, yeah. If you want though, we could go fast and low from Echo 2, unless you're already in. Echo 2 fast and low to Foxtrot 5. Rockets.
It'll be slightly shorter from Delta 2.
It might be. Yeah, actually, yes, sorry, it is, yeah. Yeah, okay, we're on Delta 2. Do you want to take rockets to that base then?
Yeah.
Going in. Because if we can do 2 runs like this, we can take the base out between us. Right, ready to roll?
Yeah.
Throttling up. I'm taking it to 10 boost.
Yeah, it's one of the few stable positions on the dial.
I just hit my gear up button and the green lights went out and came back on again. Because I must have glitched it.
Don't forget your flaps.
Yeah, I couldn't do them because I can't do the 2 things. I can't do me push to talk and do the flaps, so the flaps out the way. Right, I'm going to drop down a bit and get ourselves on course for that base. It's probably on the sloping down face towards because it's sitting right on a river.
Yeah.
I'm going to zoom in on the map on that as well.
We've got 1 mark in front, which is slightly unfortunate.
Yeah, I see him. 1 dot, 12 o'clock.
2 dots, 1 firing. There's that combat over there already.
I'm only seeing 1 dot from my aspect.
Yeah, I saw 2 in 1 burst of gunfire. Yeah, 2 dots.
Yeah, the trees were in the way for me because I was low.
Yeah. I
I'm
don't know
going
this.
low again.
I must admit, I like the maps in War Thunder for the tree placement in the buildings. I find Corsicus is either barren with nothing to weave between, or so overcrowded you can't do anything. The Normandy one, you can't move for bushes. So if you want to do like low and fast, it becomes quite a dull. Well, the Normandy one you just can't. And Corsica's is just very slow. Oh, we're in a
Oh, we're on A point.
yeah, are we going to stick around?
I'm going straight. Yeah, I'm going to continue. There's 2 dots coming towards us. I don't know if they're theirs or ours. One's firing.
They're both
Two's
firing.
firing.
They're taking fire. They're both firing at you.
I'm turning on them because they're going to turn on
Yeah.
us.
Same. I'm on one. There's probably one.
Yeah, there's one above you.
No worries, it is.
I think he's overshot. On him. Go for the front one.
I'm going to drop a rocket.
These are 190s. I think they're bots.
They're almost invisible bots because all my finally got him. So I'm down by 2 rockets. This is actually going to take 3 runs.
Yeah.
Oh, on your 6, on your 6.
Yeah, I've got to go for this one. I'll take the chances with the guy behind me. That one's gone, I think. Is he still on my 6?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. I couldn't go around, I couldn't see him. So, taking evasive action wouldn't necessarily have helped me at all, because you've still got to be able to know where they are. That's my biggest downfall. I always lose them. They never lose me.
2 Bs to the A point.
Yep.
That way at least I can fall out the sky and crash before they shoot me down. Then I am the kill.
Okay, rolling.
Yep.
There's one very low on the horizon from our point of view. Could be the same guy who just took me out, because we must have been in that sort of region, but he's low.
Well, we've got one on the A point.
Yeah, this guy might be coming in from their nearest airfield. There's also a high one. That could be our guy. No, there's one gone high.
Got one very
There's
high
already
coming
one
over
up
the
there.
top.
I'm gonna hop off for a bit, but I may come back.
Roger
Okay,
that.
stay safe, mate.
Hey.
I've lost the other guys. I'm looking at this high one. I think he's ours though. Our airfield's flashing behind us. Going to be a bomber, I think, because one of the quadrants has gone red.
Affirmative. Follow me.
Gonna have to make a turn in a minute. Yep, turn in. And there's an aircraft, probably ours, I guess, because it was already going blue.
Thaddeus was in the region.
Yeah, and I'm probably seeing him. I'm seeing a dot. Oh no, he's outside. That one's outside of the square. But it could be one of their guys then, coming from their top airfield.
I'm not sure where you're looking at the high. Oh no, that one. Okay. Oh, he's coming in. Oh no, it's
Turning back into the square. Something behind you. I think it's probably ours, but I'm going to turn on it in case it isn't, because he's right behind you.
yeah. I think there's
Yeah, it's
Thaddeus
Darwin. That's
behind
Thaddeus,
me.
yeah. Someone's got red smoke high up.
Yep.
Attention to the map.
Oh, he's
Oh,
behind
what?
me again. I had no idea where he was. I had no idea he was there. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they know where to be. They don't know how they can keep an eye on you.
VR.
It might be VR.
You got a one-to-one head movement for perfect tracking.
Oh yeah.
This is also tier 3, which is another thing.
It's more likely to be something like the VR, because that must give you this one-to-one tracking. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I find it so difficult, because I look around and things change at different speeds. Your head movement has to change at different speeds as you go round. So it's
Also
very,
tier 3 has always felt odd.
I don't know if it feels odd to me. Just it's just they all. I mean, whether I'm in tier 2 or 3, I still get that same thing happen where I lose them. I'm looking around and I just can't find them. That's the thing that gets me shot down most. The fact that I don't know where they are, so I don't know which way to turn. They're behind me or somewhere, so they can see where I am. I don't know where they are. If I can keep my eye on them, I'll stand a reasonable chance. But if you don't know where they are, you stand no chance. If they know where you are. I think in reality, they talk about the Second War pilots. They said that most of the time it was I just broken off my gear. Most of the time it was depended on who saw who first.
Yeah. As usual, Spitfire 2B all over the place. I mean, I have got damage, but I don't think to cause me the kind of issues that I'm experiencing.
Mine would have been better if I'd put my gear up, I'm sure. I'm on my way, but I don't know how quickly I can get there.
It's the F4 though, I mean, that's notoriously powerful by all accounts.
I thought it was the K that was really good, but I suppose it's the L good. You're actually under fire.
No, I'm down.
Oh, I missed that. Is that the same guy?
Yeah. You got you, then you got Thaddeus, then you got me.
Got 5 kills at the moment. Someone's climbing to my right.
It's probably better we don't go in there one at a time, because that's just handing the kill out, really.
I might have him in front of me. Because something just went for something else, didn't fire, just carried straight up. And that's the kind of thing you should be doing if you're a good boomer zoomer. You're not going to just keep going for it. If you don't get it, you overshoot and then you come back again later.
Now there's 4 in here. Got two in combat chasing and a red smoke coming in high. That's an FW.
You see, I know I had a 190 in front of me, yeah. But then going to come up behind me again. Not sure if he's got red smoke actually.
No, god damn it. 264. This is why I don't do EC3. There's quite a number of planes that are openly regarded as overpowered.
Yeah.
So it depends what you want to do, really. Do you want to keep giving them kills, or?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We can go to DCS if you like. We were talking about it.
Yeah, because you're getting a bit daft, because either there's something odd going on, or I'm just simply not up to this caliber.
I think a lot of it is perhaps when you're getting onto 3s and 4s and there's more people with perhaps that are using things like VR. So they've got that ability to look around. That's why they can keep track on you. I can't keep track of them. I pass someone, my head flips up and I'm looking to follow him round, and then all of a sudden the movement stops and I can't look where he's gone. He's only got to make one slight turn and I've got no idea where he is. If he's got VR, he can look around and he can find me easily.
Yeah, but I mean, that's probably because there's only one receiver for track IR.
One receiver.
Yeah, you've only got 1.11 camera tracking the IR element of it.
Yeah.
So if you move your head too vertical, then
then it loses
line of sight.
Yeah, to a degree. So it just stops moving. But it's like it's built in. I don't think it, because normally the symptom of that is when you move your head and it flips out and you go upside down or something, because it's lost the plot of where your 3 dots are that it has to look for. So I don't know. Well, we do DCS then, rather than because we're just using time talking about it. We could just go straight in DCS.
Yeah, okay, I can kick it up. Don't forget those aircraft come in pretty sharp as server is up.
Okay. If you get a chance, quickly drop onto my this stream that I'm on now, because I had to close the stream to do some stuff. So the most recent stream, at the beginning of the most recent stream, there's some IL2, which is actually quite good.
Okay.
Well, I don't mean the stream is good. I mean the IL2 itself seems good. So what was your issue that you have with your network? Did you just have to reinstall something or switch off and switch on again?
Generally, I have to uninstall the adapter, delete and include the deletion of the driver, then reinstall it, update the driver, then switch the machine off, then bring it back up.
Good grief. So is it because something gets corrupted or what?
No idea what's causing it.
I'm not seeing your server yet. I take it it's not up.
No. Said it was up. It's good to go.
Oh, I thought you said it's not up yet. Okay.
No, said it's up.
I'm not seeing it. I've just searched lax and it's not appearing.
Well, it should be in a favourite. If it's
Yeah,
favourite,
I know.
it should be at the
I've got
top
it
of the
marked
list.
I've got it marked as a favourite, and they're all at the top. So just in case, I'll type lax. I've got a blank screen. I'll go out and come back into.
Can you not see any other servers you would expect to see?
Yeah, I'm seeing burning skies, which I could see before when you were doing it, and grim reapers.
That pretty much would figure that something else would go wrong.
You're in it and it's running, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, hold on. I can't imagine this will make any difference. I've just gone out and come back in again. Out and then back to multiplayer. I'm seeing I've got 3 starred, but you're not there. Can you check your list of servers, and perhaps just sort it
Not whilst I'm in the game. I can't search from my server if the server is running because
No.
I'm in the server.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't thinking that. I just want to see what you've got to make sure you've got the same servers available to you. Because if you haven't, then one of us is not in the right version.
I'm pretty sure I am on beta because I ran a check for it earlier this evening using the DCS updater.
And I haven't changed anything, but the fact that you're there and I can't see you makes me wonder if for some reason there's a mismatch of versions.
The version according to DCS updater is 255.41962. Which should be visible on your main screen, bottom right.
Sorry, I didn't have my button pushed. 41962.
41962, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got. And it's still not there.
Yeah, if you try manually entering the IP address.
Okay.
It's in the Discord VIP subs.
Right, yeah, I was going to say, it could be that it's changed, could it?
No, I've just checked that.
I can call what I've got here and you can tell me if it's right.
Hey? What you've got?
Well,
That is in the last entered values.
connection to server, those figures
The last
there.
entered values.
Not sure what you mean.
Well, as in, is the connector server pre-populated with an IP address?
Yeah. Which one changes? All of it, including the 5 digits at the end after the colon. If the IP changes, does the whole lot change, or is it only the...
No, it's only the IP address.
That's
the port
different.
number is always the same.
That's different. Right, okay.
Well, that's odd, because it hasn't changed.
Hold on.
Because that's the same as what's in the Discord entry.
Okay, right, well, hold on. Let's go to Skype. I just saw your message coming on the corner. Well, it's not fighting me. It's taking me into something.
Yeah, you just connected.
So I would now find you listed, I guess, if I was to go there.
Yeah, it should do.
Now I wonder why that changed then, because that's the last time we flew. I used the same settings. So it's changed since the last time we both flew.
We got those enemy aircraft coming in, I think. I'm going to
Okay.
try and get in the air. I'm on the run. Or I'm not. This is just I think I should just switch off the stream.
Brrr.
What?
Got a sort of a brrr sort of sound very briefly. Like when something, it's an old-fashioned sound that I remember. You get a sound before as it freezes or something like that. It's a electronic
Right.
brrr sort of sound.
Yeah, they're coming in over the field pretty soon. If we get,
Okay.
I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a start.
I might just go for it.
Hey,
I might just go for it.
I'm taxiing. At least I'm a moving target, that one.
I'm up.
About to turn onto the taxiway that goes onto the airfield, onto the runway.
I'll just go for it.
That's all good. Just got to straighten up the fraction. Okay.
Diving.
I still have my brake on. I might have got away with that, but I still have my brake on in my panic to get
Oh,
up.
he's
I forgot to
crashed
turn
on
the
top
brake
of you.
off. He's crashed? Oh yeah, I can see him. Oh, right.
There's still another one. I don't know where they were. No, behind me. Great.
Oh, I'm miles away. What am I doing down there? I'm gonna
Just do it from the taxiway rather than the runway.
do what?
Take off.
Take off along the taxiway?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure they didn't go full taxi if it was an emergency in the real.
yeah, but I've got to have a straight run at it. I've got to work out where I am visually when I'm on the ground. I'm going to respawn in the other one. I selected that by accident, obviously. No, it's 56.
Did you select a clipped wing?
No. It's not putting me in the right place. I'm selecting 56, but it's not putting me in 56. Going out again. Right, I'll try again.
Oh, just take off from wherever it spawns.
Yeah, but I can't see which way I'm facing. I can't. Hang on, let's jump.
Yeah, but it should be marked on the map though, shouldn't it?
It's understanding the airfield from the ground. I've got to go out of here, turn left, go along the road, and then turn left again. Then I'm on the taxiway, but I don't know if that's enough length to be able to take off. It's not the length of a runway. I might make it. I'll try it.
You are joking. Something just shot my tail off.
Yeah.
What is going on tonight? If it's not one thing, it's something else.
Just got shot to bits.
Yeah. You should better take off along that second left though.
All that long, maybe.
Let's see if you
Oh,
can
I'll
take
see.
off
Yeah,
along.
actually, look, I'm in a different perspective now. It is longer than I thought.
I have no idea where that other shot came from though. There's only one of them, and he was in front of me. I don't understand how the tail got cut off.
Well, that guy, one of them is directly above me, so I'll
Yeah, but there is
spawn.
only one.
Yeah, but oh no, there's two. I'm seeing two reds in front of me. Two
Where
reds
the hell
flying
did
in
the other
front of
red
me.
come from? Because it crashed.
Three reds.
We
There's
might as
no
well
point of
restart the
me even
server
trying.
because we'll never get them. Yeah, I'll
There's no
take it
point.
down and restart.
Yeah, there's no point in trying to take off because they're going to get me before that. I would think. I'll try it if you like. Are you going to try it?
No, it's pointless.
Okay.
It's, and this is on the average skill setting for the bot.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll show your. No, it's still not showing your server.
No, it won't because I've just taken it down.
Off it is back up again.
No, I'm going to have to do some form of modification. Right, it's coming back up.
Okay. Are you on Vox?
Yeah.
It's just that there's a. I can see that your PTT, your green ring was up.
And I should have put my rudder assist back up for the 16.
Is it up yet?
Yeah.
Oh right, I know you said it was coming up. Right, I'll have to do it by IP again. It's not listed.
Well, it should still at least be the one that was last entered.
Yeah, it's taking me in. Okay,
Yeah, because I was in the leftmost bay, and I still took off on this taxiway.
Right. So, yeah, but that's a long taxiway, isn't it? The one that's right in front of me now, coming off of 56, that's a long taxiway. The other one is much shorter.
No, the one that's right in front of me. Going past the white hangar.
Oh, that one, the one that leads up to the runway.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you turn left out of there, you could take off between where you are now and probably where I am.
I could take off on this taxiway I'm on now. I've got plenty of room. So the main taxiway going west to
narrows
east.
to 50%. Yeah. But going east, that narrows by 50%. So I don't know about trying to take off along it going in that direction. But you could go. You could take off in a westerly direction.
How far away are they? I might just take off as normal. I might go.
You're fine now. That'll be fine. But when they were as close as they were, then that was an issue.
They're coming in when they do come in from the southwest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm up. I'm up. I'm now sort of almost directly south of the airfield, going north, southwest. I'll turn actually. I'll come back and find you.
That's right, I'm just getting ready to power up. So they're coming in east, south, west, southwest.
Yeah.
2 marks. Probably your 2 o'clock.
Yeah, and they're about 6,000. I see them. They're about 6,000 feet. It's them. Guns on, guns ready.
Yep, guns are armed.
I'm looking at the back one.
Okay.
So for me, it's the one on the left. I thought it was the back one, but perhaps they're flying parallel or something. It's the one on the left arm.
Okay, yeah.
There's another 2 dots beyond them.
Right, okay.
More dots, but that's the other 3. Do they engage us?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting if they do.
Might need another server restart. About 4,000.
So I'm still looking at the one that's visually on the right, left.
Yeah, okay.
The others are moving away, I think. They're going home. The one that was on the left is now turned to my right, they're coming onto my right, so I'm following them around. The
I
other
think
one's actually closer.
their roll is capped, so they will come in. So as we turn and hopefully get behind them, are you still going forward on the left or right?
Well, they've changed positions now, but they've changed back. Yeah, I'm looking at the one on the left again.
Okay. Oh, about boost 10.
I'm at 12 at the moment. We should be able to get on their 6 now. The one that I was looking
Yeah.
at is furthest away.
Well, if you're on
it's
the
in
close
the
one, I
left.
don't know.
No, I'll try and stick with the original target. If you go for the one that's on the right, that's, I think he's leading.
actually catch up to currently.
They're not going home already, are they? Because they've not found any players on the F.
Yeah, I don't know what caused them to come in before, but not
Because we were sitting there. I'm going to throttle to just below boost 16.
is that remaining at 2700.
Yeah.
Once they've turned,
Yeah,
they're
I'm going to stick by original, so I'm now turning with him. I blacked out.
so you're hit
Probably
though.
gonna crash before I wake up.
You're hit.
Oh no, I was blown to bits. I was probably actually unconscious.
I don't understand how that can be an average skill level.
Well, it might be if I could found where he was, but as again, I followed him round, and then it got to a point where I couldn't see him. If he makes a turn that I can't see, there's no chance of me knowing where he is.
I've got no wings. Don't know. What do you want to do? It's half one.
Yeah. I suppose I could put it there. I could actually go and have another look at IL2, but that's no good as a joint thing, obviously.
No, that's fine.
Depends
There's
on
no
whether
point
you're playing.
burning time.
Well,
I don't know. I'm not seem to be having any success in any of what I'm doing so far. Whether it actually be getting the stream up and or playing games. So
yeah,
I
it
don't know.
gets
I don't know what I'm going to
frustrating.
do.
I think these guys are coming in again, so I'm not going to get a chance to take off. There's 3 of them now. There was definitely only 2 before. Hang on. Oh no, it's the 3 that's north. There's 2 south of the airfield, southwest of the airfield. Interesting to see if these 3 actually come in and beat up the airfield or whether they just overfly it.
I think that
I think
I
that
really can't
is
remember
all
what I
we've
did.
got. I feel as though they're just going to overfly because I think these are the ones that at the north of the airfield, and I don't think they used to fly over, and we had to engage them.
Well, either way, I'm going to take a very quick couple of break, so I'm back in a
Okay.
second.